Is this thing on?
Is this on?
Hello.
Hi, friends.
Q&A part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
We have a bunch of your questions in front of us. We've picked our favorites. Not everyone's questions are going to get answered. Not every question.
Not everyone.
Not everyone.
But thank you, everybody, for asking them. This
Yes.
time we had a lot more questions than last time.
Yeah, we did. And
Which
quite a
makes
variety.
sense, because we have, like, over double the subs that we had last time.
We do.
Which is really cool.
Very fun.
We will get right started. Get
right started.
Right started.
Yeah, we just,
We're doing this selfie stick version like the last time because that way...
like real idols.
Yeah, like the real idols.
So, question number 1 from Onsta. If you had to create the ideal unit between Mirishta and Love Live, what girls would you put together and what would their unit name be?
I love this question.
Yeah.
It's like obviously very self-indulgent, but also girls that I think would look good together and like fit together personality-wise. So a group with Nozomi, Kanan,
Yep.
Ellie, Takane, Azusa, and Huka. Their unit name is Moon Garden. I thought of that just now.
So the one that got me the most excited to think about was Yukiho,
Yeah.
Honoka, and Hanamaru, which is also very self-indulgent because those are 3 of my best girls. But specifically it's because I think that their voices would sound really, really glorious together.
They
Because
really would.
Yukio has a really beautiful soft voice and Honoka and Maru have these like really powerful but like
but
gentle
also
voices.
Yeah.
Emitsun's voice is keeps me alive.
Yeah.
And I don't have a unit name for them, actually, because I just thought of that particular trio together, because I've been just thinking about Yukiho and Honk together, but...
let's call them sun showers.
Sun showers, sure.
I'm feeling
That's cute.
naturey today, apparently.
Apparently. Anything else? You had a lot when we were talking about this.
Yeah, I thought we kind of brainstormed a lot of them, like...
Mostly just about who would sound amazing together and what kind of good duets would be.
Or just people who would look cool together, like Kanan and Hibiki would be really great.
Takane and Yohane could be
Yeah.
shunies together.
Yeah. We could go on forever, basically.
Pretty much.
So we won't. Because we told ourselves we wouldn't spend 5 minutes on a single question again this time.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep our our answers a little bit shorter. What about Ami, Mami, and Rin?
Oh my god, it'd be so genki.
So genki.
Or like Iori and Maki together.
Yeah.
Being like spoiled princesses.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Miki and Mari.
Oh my god.
Blonde bombshells.
Oh my god, Miki and Mari!
Miki and Mari.
That would be so good! Yeah. Oh my god, they'd sound great too.
They'd sound really good, and they would
I
just be
love
like
that.
too good at everything.
Oh my god.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, next question.
Also from Onsta, do you think Yoshiko would be part of the Boneless movement?
Oh, I think
Absolutely.
she probably acts as though she invented it.
She's the mascot. She's the mascot of the Boneless movement.
Oh yeah. You know, she's just like the first years like sitting together, they're doing their homework, and Yohane pipes up and she's like, "Did you ever think about how the bones are trapped inside you?" And Hanamaru is just like, "Oh my god. Yohane, we've talked about this.
We've talked about
like,
this.
Stop."
You can't release your skeleton.
And meanwhile, Ruby is like freaking out. She's like, "No, Piki, don't do it!
Yeah.
Don't let it out!"
So yeah, she absolutely would.
Yeah.
For sure. Next question is from Just Here, which is, how are y'all so cute?
Aw.
3 things. Snacks, snails, 3-point lighting.
That's the secret.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yoshiane, have you ever accidentally or purposely gotten rid of a Love Live account? If you have, how bad was it? Nope.
I did.
I have the same account I've had since the day I started playing.
That's really impressive.
I know.
I went through here on a Switch.
Yeah.
I'm free.
My arms are longer too.
Yeah, they are. My bones are sleepy.
I don't think that happens. That's
That's how I feel. When I first started playing on EN or Worldwide, back then it was EN, I got rid of like 3 or 4 accounts in a row because I kept being like, no, I won't play this game. I don't play mobile games. I don't play rhythm games. I won't do it.
That was also back before you were really into Love Live, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I had watched the first season and I thought it was kind of whatever, so I wasn't really into it. I remember kind of secretly playing it like in my bedroom, and I was like, and like my boyfriend was in the other room. I hope he doesn't find out. Yeah, but I did have this JP account, and I really regret getting rid of it. I had 7 Lucky Gods Ellie on it.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Unidolized, but like still, this was before sticker idolization and stuff, so I think I got rid of it telling myself like, I don't have time to play, I don't want to play in this account, I'll never get to idolize her anyway. And I just lost the transfer code. It wasn't like I gave it away to anybody. It's just out there in the ether. Yeah.
It could belong to someone, but it doesn't.
I know, and I think that just sucks. So I'm really sorry to everybody.
From the amazing Meep, which Aqua member would fit the most in Muse and vice versa?
Oh yeah, this is a really interesting question.
I really like this question.
Yeah.
I don't have I keep flip-flopping because I feel like Nico would be really at home in Aqua.
Yeah.
Because
they're big fans, right?
Yeah, because they're big fans. So I feel like similarly, like Daya and Ruby would be really at home in Muse because they're such big fans of them. But I feel like that's a little obvious.
Maybe. I don't know if there's really an obvious answer. No. I think if there's really an obvious answer, it would be Chica going into Muse.
Yeah.
For me, I think that Maru would get on really well in Muse.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think like,
Rin would also get along really well in Aqua, but it's just because Rin would gets along with everyone.
Yeah, Rin would get along really well with Kanan because they both are athletic.
Yes.
And I think she'd...
And Yo.
Yeah, you're right.
Because Yo's super athletic as well.
And I think she'd get on quite well with the first years anyway. But I think Maru would get on really well. I can imagine Maru and Nozomi becoming really good friends and being like kind of calm together. And like I can picture Maru and Umi like studying together. I can picture her hanging out with Kotori and they could just like go to the park together. I can see that.
Oh, I like you. We can stay friends.
Yay, I win.
Next one is fun to be random. Which Muse Aqua girl would make the worst roommate? Okay.
We actually had a bit of a discussion about this earlier. We should have recorded
hands down, it's Chica.
Definitely.
Is the worst roommate. Yeah. Just the worst roommate.
Yeah, like...
There's no way. It would be like either be Chica or Maki or Mari are probably the three worst ones.
And I also think Umi, but for different opposite reasons.
So Chica's a terrible roommate because she'd probably be incredibly messy, super irresponsible. You love her, so you put up with it, but not a good roommate.
She would do dumb stuff. She'd like turn all the heat off in the winter so your pipes would freeze.
Yeah, like...
She'd be like, I thought we'd save power, TV.
Yeah. Mari would be terrible because she's the kind of roommate who would burst into your room at 3 a.m. and tell you that we're going...
We're going skiing.
We're going skiing.
Get in the car.
I just found out about a party. We're going to this club.
Oh my
God.
She
would be loud at all hours of the day.
Yeah.
She would have like no concept of personal space.
None.
She's never had to clean up after herself, so she'd be super messy.
Yeah.
Maki would similarly because she's a rich girl. She's probably never really good at cleaning up after herself.
No.
Probably not a great roommate, but probably more quiet about it. Like the kind of person who quietly hoards dishes because she doesn't know what to do with them because they've always been taken away.
And then you walk into her room and there's just like, it's like under her desk and you're like, oh.
She just keeps buying new dishes to put in the kitchen so you don't notice, and then eventually...
And you're like, why do we have mice?
And Umi would be a really difficult roommate, I think, because she'd be like too into cleaning and too into doing stuff together.
Yes, she'd be like, we have to get up at 6 a.m. We have to go
running it together. Yeah. Like we're gonna have a chore wheel.
What are you doing? Why aren't we at the shrine right now?
Yeah, why aren't we studying together? Like
I found a small layer of dust on the kitchen counter.
Which might work for some of you.
Yeah, but I've lived with someone like that before and it was very difficult.
As have I.
Yeah.
Could you hold this now?
Yeah, sure.
My bones are sleepy. They do.
Did we come up with a new thing? Could use this arm.
What would it take for you to sing a cover of any Love Live song? Well, we've technically done that.
We have actually.
You have.
I have done this.
I was unable to participate due to scheduling. You were in the. I
was in Jingle Bell.
Jingle Bells Don't Stop.
Yeah, so it was Erin who organized a cover of Jingle Bell Tamanai.
Yeah, so you can actually go watch that.
You can.
On her channel.
I'm Mari.
Yeah.
I sing in a funny character voice because I can't
also,
actually
who
sing.
knows what the next couple months might bring?
Who knows? There could be other collabs.
And we will say, should we say? We do want to do a cover of Sunshine Pika Pika Ando at some point.
Yeah, if we ever do an OHEC organized collab, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, because we love that song because it's super cute. It's one of my favorite Aqua songs.
I was thinking though, like, if someone, I don't know, I'm tempted now because you suggested bribes. And now I'm kind of interested.
We like bribes. What
song would we do if we ever did a duet? You know what it would be? It would be Downtown Loving You.
It would be.
It would be Ski Deska, Ski Deska.
It would be.
Because you're Pana and I'm Burb.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do.
That'd be really cute.
So if you ever want to see a cover of that, I guess.
Usually if you ask for something enough and tell us we're pretty, well, we're pretty much down to do anything.
We're susceptible to flattery.
We are.
Flattery and snacks. Next one is from Finley. You're put into a cryogenic state for 100 years. When you are awoken, what is the first question you would ask? Who won RuPaul's Drag Race season 109?
That's a great question.
That's all I want to know.
How many Pokemon are there now? And is Mimikyu still the best one?
Answer is yes.
Would
be thousands and yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, like, what generation of AKB48 are we on?
Yeah. How is it still the first one?
Has AKB0048 happened yet in real life? And where do I sign up to inherit the soul of Takamina?
Do you play D&D? Yeah, lots.
Yeah, we do.
We
a
really
lot
do.
of it. I usually DM, actually.
And I DM sometimes.
Yeah, he's quite good.
Thank you. So are you.
Thank you.
Aww. We could go into a lot of detail, which would take a whole lot of time.
What character do you normally play?
I normally play a bard, who is from the Feywild and is lost all the time.
Yeah,
and
he's
is
really
permanently
fun.
hallucinating.
Because he thinks he's still in the Feywild.
He thinks he's still. Well, he is a little bit.
He's a bit, yeah. He can
He's
like
a little
see
bit in
into
both.
it.
He's really fun. And we've been playing a campaign. The campaign that he is in, we've been playing for like 3 years.
3 years now. We're almost finished.
We're really close. We're like one session away from being like done.
This is what happens when you're like trying to play D&D and you're all like
pushing 30.
Pushing 30 is you're like, I can play once every 2 months because
Yeah.
like 2 of our members are like 2 people in our campaign are like having a baby next month and
Yeah.
like one of them is still in grad school.
We were all
one
in
of
school.
them,
I was in grad school at one point. Our
Yeah.
other friend is in grad school now. Like, there's just.
Was I still in school when we started? No, I was.
No,
I was
you were
teaching.
done.
I was
You were
teaching.
It's
yeah,
just.
it's hard.
You have a group of like 6+ adults trying to get them together in the same place at the same time.
It's honestly a
And
miracle.
yeah, regularly is basically
Yeah.
impossible.
But we do it as often as we can.
So enjoy your free time now.
People right now are like, I'm in college and I have no free time.
Yeah.
And people in high school are like, what? What's free time? You just don't get any.
You never do.
Please look forward to retirement.
If anyone tells you that you have more free time when you're done school, it's a lie.
Because then you have to work to eat or you die.
Oh, that got depressing. It's great. It's great being an adult. We love it. The next question is from YouTube Mao5, which I'm guessing is supposed to be pronounced YouTube Mouse.
Like Death Mouse?
Official.
I like that.
Do you know Hatsune Miku? We do know Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku is a computer program. Here we go!
From Gina Victoria. If you could visit any country in the world, where would you go? And what is one thing you would do or see in that place?
I would go to Japan.
You?
I
What?
know, it's shocking.
No!
Whoa. I've been planning like a trip to Japan for the past literally decade now, and I still haven't had the money to go.
Some
But
people plan their weddings, others plan trips to Japan.
I've got 2 entire trips planned out for like
Amazing.
2 separate occasions. It'll happen eventually, I hope. Maybe.
What's
Someone buy
what's
me plane
one
tickets.
thing you would see or do there? So what's
Oh,
the top of your list?
The top of my list is to see Perfume live.
Oh my god.
It's almost gotten replaced now with going to see idols though, because a Perfume concert would be mind-blowing.
I think you would die.
I would die, but they don't do like, there's not as much interaction with like light sticks and etc. Right? So now I would
kind of want to go to an idol show.
I want to go back in time to 2011, 2010 and go see an AKB48 concert.
Damn, yeah.
Because I knew who the girls were back then and I knew.
What a different time.
Yeah.
I was so young.
Yeah, me too.
For me, it's Korea, South Korea, and I'd want to go to Seoul, and I'd want to see IU perform live.
Oh my god.
So I would just cry the whole time.
Yeah.
From Photozander Productions, do you have a special method for collecting gems?
No.
No. We get this question a lot, actually.
That's why I put it here, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
people
why I chose it.
ask us a lot about how we get gems in the game. We just play.
We don't even
We
grind.
don't do anything particularly special.
I am very bad at full comboing. Like, we just play every day. And like, I know it's insane, like I had 750 gems for my Dia Scout last, right? But
Yeah.
like, I'm completely a space cadet. Like, there were lots of days I didn't log in. Between events, I often wouldn't even play a song, so I wouldn't get the daily gem for like a week straight.
Sometimes we lose steam entirely and we stop playing for a
Yeah.
little while.
So like
Like right now I'm not playing very much.
yeah, so we just, it's like super nothing special at all.
Yeah.
So
And keep in mind, if she had 750 gems, but she had been saving since August.
that's the thing too. And I know it like we scout a lot, but remember that all of those Music Forever scouts are on my JP account.
Yeah, they're not on our main account.
Where I play even less.
I've only scouted 3 times in the past year, isn't it?
Let's think. There
Well, I
was-
mean, like
there was-
3 big scouts. There,
Yeah,
well,
there was
I guess
Hala-
4 now. So there was the Halloween one
There's
that we.
Halamaru,
our-
there was Zura on Ice.
There was, and then Angel Mari, and then our
Angel
debut
Mari.
scout. So 4 times in a year. It's like once every 3 months. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not scouting that often.
Nope.
From Princess Togekiss, if you could have any animal as a domesticated pet, what animal would you have? I would have either a snow leopard or a lynx because I love big kitties.
Yeah.
And their big paws.
Big,
and
giant
their big
paws.
beans.
And they'd sit on you.
Yeah, I want them to crush me.
Killing you instantly.
Killing me instantly. I want a pet that could kill me
In one fell swoop.
in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would have a deer, I think. Because I think they're lovely.
So gentle.
Yeah, I love herbivores with like hoofs. I love a deer. I also like foxes. I kind of had a pet fox.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Her name was Gingy. And
because kids are terrible at coming up with names.
I was like 17 years old.
Well, I don't know what your excuse is.
It was cute. She told me your name was Gingy, so I was like, okay.
Okay, well,
and
she said so.
And she had black socks. And I used to feed her steak. I used to just like keep steak and then go feed her. Your laptop is doing a thing. Anyway, one day Gingy disappeared, so I think she just like had kids and they had to like go to soccer practice all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From As Your Star, what made you start idol tubing?
Oh yeah. Me? Yeah? Was it mostly me? Yeah.
It was.
Aww.
Well, credit where credit is due. It was your idea.
Was it?
Yes.
I was assuming these things are your idea.
No.
I wanted
I
to
hate
do
when people
it...
look at me.
Yeah. I know. I wanted to start idol tubing. I didn't necessarily want to start idol tubing per se.
No, we talked a lot about just having a Let's Play channel.
Yes, we did.
And then I think what ended up happening was we were both saving for that Halloween set because we both really wanted it.
And we were like, we could just do a scouting video, I
Yeah,
guess.
because we were like, oh, scouting videos are a thing that people do. And we were like, let's do a scouting video, why not?
We were watching a lot of them at one point.
And we were like, well, you know, people will come watch the scouting video and then we can have our Let's Plays. And then, like, you know, people will watch one because they're there for the other.
And then maybe,
that's mostly how it's worked. We think we've said this many times,
Yeah.
but our like Star Ocean Let's Play is like is definitely the favorite thing that we do. But
yeah, but idol tubing has been really great. I guess okay. So here's the actual reason. What made us want to start? It was watching Erin Cerise.
Yep.
I was a fan of her. I noticed her videos back when she was doing the dice lock, I want to say. And then she started doing the idol lock, and I was like, oh, I really want to do this someday. So it's insane to me that I'm doing an idol lock, that we're doing an idol lock. I'm doing an idol lock not by myself, I'm doing an idol lock with you. And it's on YouTube and it gets thousands of views. It's like, it blows my mind, honestly. The other thing was that we were watching the super best friends play.
That was the thing that really got me like on board. Not that I wasn't on board, but like the thing that really convinced me that it was something that we could do was I was watching two best friends play Final Fantasy X. And I was like, this just sounds like us
sitting in a room.
This sounds like us talking in Discord, or I guess it probably would have been TeamSpeak at the time.
Yeah.
When we were playing 14, like we're just saying stupid shit and being bad.
And yeah, and we would always have our friends tell us that we're really entertaining to listen to.
Yeah.
Like we would have people come into TeamSpeak just to listen to us talk. So now I guess it makes sense, I guess, that people would also
come to our YouTube channel just to listen to us talk.
Yeah. And I've been playing games my whole life, so
Same.
I've always kind of wanted to share like my take on games.
It never even occurred to me as something to do until you started talking about it, and then I was like, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. And it just became like, we didn't get into it to get followers or to even like have ourselves out there. We just wanted to do it for something for like us.
Yeah, we watch our videos probably more than you do.
Probably. Yeah, that's it. It's like I just wanna.
It's a cool, fun thing for us.
Something fun to do with your
and
friends.
We never
immortalize yourself on the internet.
We never had any intention of it being like our living or anything like that. So like that's helped make it a lot more fun. Keep things in perspective.
Yeah, totally. But the idol tubing community has been really awesome. So I'm really, really happy that we did start.
Yeah, shout out to all y'all.
Yeah, it's been really awesome to like do collaborations and talk with people who also make videos and meet you guys. So I'm really happy that we became part of the community.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's been really fun.
It's been really fun.
Any tips on being a teacher? This person is considering being a teacher in the distant future.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're considering being an English as a second language teacher, because that's what I am. So I can tell you about that. If you're talking about being like a regular like high school or middle school or whatever teacher, the way you go about it is different. To me, there is honestly one true path. Like,
the CELTA?
Is the CELTA.
Yeah.
You get a degree. You can get a degree in anything. I definitely recommend a degree in linguistics. if that's something that
interests
you, and if that's something that you can get. Like, I honestly thanked my linguistics degree every single day that I was teaching.
Yeah, because you know what the mouth is doing to make the mouth sounds.
Yeah. And other teachers would come to me for advice about, especially stuff like pronunciation.
Yeah.
They'd be like, I was the best pronunciation teacher in the whole school, and it was because I had a linguistics degree and I knew like how to tell the students where to put their tongue and like how to move their mouth and stuff like that. So I really recommend getting a linguistics degree. If you already have a degree, it doesn't matter what it's in, you need a bachelor of something, and then you can get a CELTA. And a CELTA is international, it never expires, it comes with practicum, it comes with like 6 hours of teaching, and that small amount of teaching practice is what got me like 3 jobs starting out when I had no other teaching experience.
Yeah.
They were like, basically they were like, we are not, like, screw everybody else that we interviewed, we're taking you because you have a CELTA, like literally.
Yeah.
So I can't recommend it enough. It only takes a month to get. It is kind of expensive, I guess, but it like
pays for itself.
It pays for itself. It's cheaper than going to university.
Yeah.
It's really friggin' hard, and you have to basically stop everything else in your life for a month and just do that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the thing is, if you want
worth it.
I would say this kind of applies to all teaching. If you have to really want to do it.
You do. You really can't half-ass teaching.
I mean, people do, and they make bad teachers. So if you want to be a
Yeah.
teacher and you want to be a good teacher, you have to really want to be a teacher.
And teaching is very hard. I stopped doing it because I burnt out really badly in my first year. Because it doesn't, at least in Montreal, it doesn't pay a lot of money to be a private English teacher. I was teaching adults only, and I could only do it at private schools, so wasn't making a lot of money, and I had to work like a crap ton and make all my own lesson plans, and I was working like 60-hour weeks and getting paid for like 27 hours.
Yeah, because you didn't get paid for prep and that kind of thing.
Yeah, but like every school is different, so you might find a school that...
Try to make sure you work at a school that pays you for your prep time.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be most of the work that you do, actually.
Yeah, and make friends with other teachers. But like, yeah, so for advice for like your journey, I would say try to get a degree in linguistics if you can. Pay attention to teachers. Like, what do you like that they do, what do you not like? Learn about the English language, or whatever language you plan on teaching, like learn about the nuts and bolts, read textbooks, and get really good at collecting stuff. Collecting textbooks, collecting handouts. And
learn how to use the audiovisual equipment, because you don't want to be that substitute teacher messing around with the TV and the VCR. DVD players.
Right.
What do people use in classrooms these days?
Okay, here's a little story. There's a question later about teaching
this dovetails nicely to the story questions.
Yeah,
Let's do that now.
But here's a little story about what I was teaching. I was subbing one day, and we were using this it was like a listening class, and we're using this. I had these handouts that I gave out, and there was a picture of a cassette next to questions where you had to, place them for the students and they answer the question. And I taught adults, okay? 18 and up. I was like 23 at the time. This is 2013. And
no.
Yeah, and a student raised their hand.
Was it that long ago?
I think so. I think I was like 23 or 24.
Oof.
I know, right? It's been a while. Yeah.
Continue.
Anyway, this was at the tail ends. Maybe I was like 24, 25. Anyway, it was like 2014-ish. And a student raised their hand and was like, "Teacher, what's this?" And I said, "Oh, cassette." I thought they just didn't know the word in English. They were like, "No, what is this?" And I had to go in the hallway and cry. Do you want me to hold the thing for a while?
Sure, my bones are sleepy.
My bones just got up.
All right, we have a bunch from our son Raul.
Oh, good.
Raul, I'm sorry. I say it both ways all the time. Are you ready? Is the first question.
No. Yes.
Are
you lady?
Why did you choose the outfit that you're wearing right now?
Oh.
This is the same sweater I wore in our last Q&A video, and I
true.
picked it because it's comfortable and it's my favorite sweater. And
your hat.
And my hat is because it's starting to get warm out, and it also saves me from having.
I want to show the top of your hat. It's a Poonie Melt hat.
It's by Poonie Melt.
Check Poonie Melt out.
Yeah.
If you like cute things.
Yeah. And
I'm wearing this Omocat shirt. It's sweater. It says Yudati, which means sudden rain. And I chose it because it's new. I got it kind of recently, and I only wear black wobs.
Yep. We're both.
And it's raining today.
We're both mostly monochromatic. Sometimes I wear colorful hats.
Makes my pink hair look even better.
I'm not taking it back. I'm just shifting it so that I'm in frame.
Oh.
cut me off. You should cut me off. What are 3 songs you like listening to a lot right now?
Oh, okay. Right now, I've actually got exactly 3 that I'm looping all the time.
Nice.
They're all K-pop.
Nice.
So there's Heroine by Sunmi.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
There's Peekaboo by Red Velvet.
Nice.
And To Heart by Fromis.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's pronounced Fromis 9 or just Fromis because I can't read Hangul really, so I don't know how you're supposed to say it. But they just debuted recently, and I really like this particular song.
So Heron by Sunmi is one of mine as well. Dinosaur by Akmu is one of them. And then the third one, there's like a many-way tie, but I'm just going to say Body Talk by Foxes.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Anything that sounds 80s is good for me. What is something you really admire about each other?
Aww. I like your soft cheeks. Who takes this question seriously?
I really admire your work ethic and the fact that nothing stops you.
Aw, thanks.
You're welcome.
I like that you know yourself really well and you're good at identifying your own feelings and like dealing with them.
Thank
and I
you.
also like that not that you are also really good at seeing them in other people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aww.
Aww. I can't stand him.
No, me neither.
He's the
Meet,
worst.
question mark, Bones? 3 question marks?
Yes.
Bones.
The 2 genders.
What is the dumbest thing you remember seeing the other one do?
I've been thinking about this for a while.
I don't know if I have a particularly... the thing that you do the most that is the dumbest thing is you startle yourself. On a regular basis. Like, you will be doing the dishes and you will see yourself drop a thing.
In my mind, or something.
Or you'll notice the sponge and you'll shriek.
I will.
And then I'll drop something and then I'll shriek and then you shriek again.
Yes. It's like a circle of being startled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do this.
You do that a lot.
The thing with choosing a dumb thing for me is I'm like a train wreck of dumb stuff happening like all the time.
Yeah, you get lost a lot, you get startled a lot,
God,
you
yeah.
fall a lot.
Yeah, I just like will ask stupid things.
It's really hard to
and
pick one thing.
It is. I thought about this for you for a while and I kept coming up with like small things, but the thing is that when you do something dumb, I get into like mother mode and I'm like, oh no, he's done something. Let me like pick him up and like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Like, no, you didn't do anything wrong. Like, I can't deal with it.
But you don't have any specific examples?
No, and I don't even want to point them out because I'm like, oh my god, if I told him that was dumb, he'd cry and I'd hate it. But you just do like really little things. Like you'll be absent-minded and you'll forget to do something.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. Like playing 14, you'll like. See, I'm just like nothing even pales in comparison. I'll be like, oh, you'll buy the wrong item, and then I'll like spend 5 weeks of tomes on a pair of fucking Dragoon pants, and it's like there's nothing worse than what I do. Like there's nothing worse.
Why do you think we're friends?
You're just so
You
smart
make me look
compared
so good.
to me.
You make me look so good by comparison.
I do though.
What is your favorite console? Can be any generation.
Oh.
Mine, okay. So mine's a tie between the Super Nintendo and the PlayStation, like the original PSX, PS1, whatever you want to call it. The original PlayStation. Because Super Nintendo has many of my favorite RPGs on it, like Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy IV. It also has Super Mario, or like the Super Nintendo Super Mario World, which is the best one with the map. Like
Oh my god,
the
yeah.
really good one where you get to ride Yoshi
That's the one that
around.
has Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy.
Yeah, and
It's my
PlayStation
favorite.
has like basically all of my favorite RPGs of all time, or at least that's like when a lot of the series started, that kind of thing. So like, my favorite game Star Ocean 2 is a PlayStation game. Legend of Mana is a PlayStation game. Like, PS2 comes in at a close like second place because it also has like pretty much the rest of my favorite games.
For me, I have 2 answers as
I can
well.
hold it.
Thank you.
Are your bones sleepy?
My bones are really sleepy. Your arms are just longer, so it's easier to get as well.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh, wow.
My favorite is both the Nintendo 64
Oh, that's a good one.
because most of my childhood was spent on the Nintendo 64. And I also went straight from the NES. I skipped over the Super Nintendo. And we got the Nintendo 64. So I was like, it blew my mind.
Yeah, in terms of ownership, I didn't ever actually own a Super Nintendo until I was an adult.
I
went from an NES to a PlayStation.
Yeah.
But my cousins had a Super Nintendo, and that's when I got to play Final Fantasy IV, which was Final Fantasy II in North America.
Right.
And Secret of Mana. But I never actually had one of my own. The one that I have now, I didn't get until I was like 25.
Yeah, so this Nintendo 64, because I played the crap out of it when I was a kid. And it has some of my favorite games on it. And my other favorite is probably the 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've gotten more use out of that thing than probably any console.
Yeah, in terms of hours
ever.
logged, I've probably logged more hours on my 3DS than I have on most things.
It's got Pokemon on it, it's got Animal Crossing on it, it's got a lot of great little RPGs on it.
What is your opinion on Chunies? We are that. We are Chunies, so we love them.
Yeah, they're the best characters.
We played, like, playing D&D is basically just like an acceptable way to be a Chunie.
It is, and we talk about our D&D characters at length, like hours
so
a day,
much,
and
yeah.
like, yeah.
So, A+. Favorite Japanese food? Yes.
Yeah.
All of it.
All of them.
But actually, katsu,
Yep.
oden for me, not for you so much, because you don't really like fish. Gyoza, okonomiyaki.
Ramen's my favorite thing, specifically
ramen, yeah.
tonkatsu ramen with like 5 eggs in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Japanese cheesecake as well. Holy God.
Who are you guys from Connor? Who are you guys rooting for in Drag Race All Stars 3? Trixie. Yep, that's it. Next question is from a series of hiragana and kanji that I don't know how to pronounce.
Mako odotte mitai.
Is Chrissu gay and will he be my boyfriend? I am. I don't know why I get this question so much, because I don't think that I pass for straight
you look
ever.
Incredibly straight to me.
Yeah, look at this. This is mask for mask.
Yeah.
Straight passing, straight acting.
Straight being.
And I'm, as regarding being your boyfriend, I'm definitely too old for you, so sorry about that.
Yeah.
Why do people keep asking?
I don't know.
Do I?
Maybe people don't want to assume, I guess. I don't know.
I guess that's polite, but come on.
It's polite, but also like, look at this.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Finally, a Love Live duo or trio that you would like to hear a song from that doesn't already have a song. So I thought about this earlier, and I want to have a duo with Mari and Maru. That would
be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they seem like a kind of unlikely duo.
What kind of song do you think they'd sing? Or would you like them to sing? I can see them doing something kind of traditional sounding.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a really fun opportunity for them to do like a folky song together.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just a sucker for having Anya use her like.
Yeah, I was gonna say Anya has like Anya's a folk singer.
Yeah.
And
like an awarded, decorated.
And I feel like in character Maru could talk her into doing like a traditional folk song together, and I feel like they would both really shine.
Yeah. What about a Muse? Are there any?
Who do I feel got robbed of a duo in Muse?
Was there a Koto Honk duo? No. That's what I want. Gosh.
Yeah.
We have like, Printemps, but it's not really
Did
the same.
Ren and Pana ever actually have a duo? They didn't.
That's
the one
that's
that
what
I
we
want.
need.
That's the one that we were robbed of.
We were really robbed of that. Holy crap.
Nico Ren Pana is obviously amazing, but we were robbed. We had we had Garasu no Hanazono, we had
the thing about them hating each other. Magnetic Today, Tsuruyo, Magnetic Today.
We did not ever have a Pana Rin
duet,
and that is a crying shame. Yeah. In my opinion.
In Aqua, I bet Kanan Yohane would be very interesting.
Oh yeah. What kind of music do you think they'd make?
I feel like they'd do something kind of Anemone Heart-esque. Kind of like down-tempo, housey kind of.
Ever just think about Anemone Heart?
I listened to it like 5 times today, and I was like, "This is a good song. It's so good.
It's so good."
I'm glad we got the Koto Umi duet at least.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because it was really, really good.
Yeah.
That's it, I guess, eh?
I think it is.
Wow, we did well.
We did.
I didn't tell a lot of teaching stories.
You want to wrap us up with one last teaching story while I check if there's any other questions that we feel like answering?
Sure.
Oh, someone asked if we're wearing the same glasses. At some point.
Today we're not.
Today we're not.
During the announcement video, we were.
We were.
We own the same pair of glasses.
We own the same pair of glasses, which was not intentional.
No, as Chrissu likes to point out.
It wasn't
I know,
intentional.
I know it wasn't.
We just both happened to like them.
I know.
which is probably funnier, honestly.
Yeah.
Than it being intentional.
Because like we were like looking at glasses one day and like we're like, oh, I like these ones, and we both sent each other the link at the same time,
exactly.
and it was like, well, guess I'll die.
Yeah.
Some teaching stories. There's one teaching story in particular that could be really fun to tell everybody about Tinder. You want to put that one out there?
Yeah, put it out there.
Okay.
Put it out there.
I had been teaching this class for a while. The way my old school worked was we had classes for 4 weeks and then the class would change. They're called sessions. So one time I got a student towards the very end of a session, which was unusual. She walked into the classroom and I sat her down. I got the students working on something, and as they were working, I was walking around the classroom and I heard her say to the student next to her, she was like, oh wow, teacher is very young. And the student who'd been in my class for like a month said, yeah, she is, but she's very tender. I had to like go in the hall. Like literally, I had to like go in the hall to like laugh. Because I was like...
If English is not your first language.
Tender is usually what you use to refer to like meat.
Or you say something like tender-hearted.
Yeah. Like in love songs.
Or like a tender moment.
Love, a tender moment, yeah.
But typically
People
it's not
are
an
not
adjective
tender.
you use on its own to describe a person.
Because it means that their meat looks
They're like
juicy.
soft.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really funny. And then a while later, I don't even know how long later.
I don't even really know how it came up.
I just remember that you were at my place.
Well, we had talked about it. You had told this story to us as a group. We were playing D&D that day.
Yeah. And I remember that I have this like little whiteboard combat pad where I keep track of stuff. And you were over and you were doodling on it. And I went to bleach my hair. Because I was trying to bleach my hair by myself at that point.
Yes.
Bad idea, don't do it. So I was gone for a while, and then I came back and you looked up at me like you were waking up from a trance. And you looked down at what you had done, and you looked at it like you didn't know how it got there. And
I don't remember doing it.
He doesn't remember doing this at all. But on the whiteboard, in like very beautiful, intricate, like bold letters, he had written Aki Tendies.
Well, what I had written was Aki Tendies, tenderest Aki, and something else. There were 3. I did like 3.
Oh, it was a giant cup of
a mug of Aki Tendies.
A mug of Aki Tendies.
And so from then on, we just referred to your bosoms as your tendies.
Yes, that's what we do.
Yeah. So it all came from one student's
saying that I was very tender. I was young, but tender. So there was this one time I had to teach a group of like 20 Italian teenagers, which was the worst experience of my life.
Yeah.
Like,
it was the fact that they were like rich kids.
They were very rich kids.
Because you were at a private school, so you got a lot of rich kids.
They were here on like a summer program where they're like, go to Canada, learn English. And it was awful. We couldn't punish them properly. So like I was only supposed to teach people 18 and over, but like they made some exception for the summer program, and I was teaching these like 16-year-olds.
I got one of your hairs in my mouth.
That's great.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
And I had to teach these kids, and normally if like someone was late, we would just not let them in, but we couldn't do that because we weren't allowed to let minors like wander the streets of Montreal, so I had to like give them detention work. And like they kept making out in my class when like I wasn't there. I'd come back in, they'd be making out, and I'd be like, I have to hit you with a ruler now. Like I had like I'm gonna get like my poking stick.
Leave room for Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was awful. And I couldn't find anything that was like entertaining to them. The only thing they would focus on was when I made them write essays. And I was like, this is just sad. Like, what is your school life like? This is the only thing you can like do. They hated everything. Because they were teenagers.
I went to high school in Italy.
You did?
I did.
How was
for
that?
A year. That.
Yeah.
It was basically that.
It was basically that.
I had a pretty, well, I went to like a special school, like an art school, so they were pretty well behaved, but it was a lot of that. A lot of like not, like really trying not to do the work that we had to do.
Yeah.
And they would like trick the teacher into telling stories a lot of the time.
I mean, I would have liked that. Like they hated me. Like I didn't.
To be fair,
we did that
here too. I think that's just a high school thing.
Oh god.
No one wants to do anything in high school.
Especially if you can smell that the teacher is like weak and anything.
You've already got so much work to do in high school. Like, whew.
Yeah.
Imagine having more.
No.
In another language.
No thanks. Oh, the other nice little story I had about teaching was before I started teaching in a classroom, I did corporate teaching.
Oh yeah.
Where I would go around to various businesses and offices in the city and teach them English in like private or small lessons. And I was teaching these 3 accountants English.
Right, I remember
this.
Ernst
and Young. And there were these 3 like middle-aged to kind of like early 30s women. And they were awesome. They would just like sit down and they would just talk about their kids and their pets the whole time, like show me these like mobile games they were playing. They're all like take care of doggy games and stuff. And they were amazing. It was so good. They'd always like give me tea and stuff. And then on the last day, on our last lesson, they were like, okay, teacher, we thought of like a really good test. And I was like, okay, what is it? It was also super funny because I was like really young compared to these ladies. And they're like, oh, we're gonna take you to get lunch. We're gonna go like across the street to this like steakhouse, like on the company dime. And they're like, the test is we're gonna order our food in English.
And you were like, yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
that was a great test.
Sure. Well, my first reaction was like, am I allowed to do this? I asked my supervisor and he was like, yeah, man, like take the free food. So I like went to the steakhouse. I was a vegetarian at the time.
Oh my god.
So I went to a steakhouse.
You were? That was before you started eating meat again.
Yeah, I was vegetarian at the time. I didn't have the guts to tell them. I went and I like ordered a salad. And like, I don't know.
I'll just have a
salad.
Yeah, that's a life tip actually. Always take the free food.
Oh god, yeah. Never feel bad. Always take it.
In a professional setting, if there's ever free food. Yeah. If you're in school and there's like an event that involves free food, go to it. Just go. You'll probably learn something, but most importantly, you'll get fed.
And it'll be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, professionally, always take the free food.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like actual corruption.
I would take it.
Wow.
I'm a Capricorn.
You're that girl.
I knew you
were.
Yeah, those are my little teaching stories. Overall, I really had a great experience.
I used to want to teach, but I just decided ended up not doing that thing.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I would have actually had the disposition for it. I think I'm a little bit too likely to get invested in.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, I also probably favoritism a little bit too much. I always have favorites.
I kind of did too. Oh, another cool thing that happened. I'll just kind of splice it all together. Another cool thing that happened was I had this student who found out that I really liked Zelda.
Oh, right.
And it was around Halloween. He came in dressed as Link and he had like an actual Master Sword and like Hylian shield and everything. It was super cool. There
was that one student you had who was from Japan who was just always going out partying.
Oh my god! Oh my god, how did I forget about him? Yes, and I tried to get him to write about his daily life. He was like, oh my god, this guy was my hero. It was okay. No. Okay, here it was. Here it was.
Moment of truth.
Here it was. I committed to memory. He like never showed up to class. He would come in sometimes. He'd like sleep on his desk. He's like a total delinquent, right? Like a literal like out of anime delinquent. This guy.
I have a crush on him.
He was incredible, and yeah. So it was like beginner English. I was like, okay, write about your day, your daily life, what are your habits, tell me about your day. And he passed in this like scrap of like paper he'd like written on like the back of his schedule or something. He like tore it off and gave it to me, and it said like 7 a.m. get up, I go to school, I drink into the night. That was it.
That's his whole day.
That was his daily life.
His whole day.
I hope I kept this paper. I was like, I'm going to frame this.
And then we ran into him on the metro that one time.
We did! And he was out drinking, and we had been out drinking, and I was like, hey! And he was like,
yeah, teacher.
And then he didn't come to school the next day, and I was like, listen, whatever your name is, if I have to show up, you have to show up too. Oh my god, I'm so happy you remembered him.
Yeah, he was my favorite thing that ever happened to you while you were teaching.
I don't remember his name.
That's probably for the best, because we don't want to put him on blast.
No, we don't. Alright, well, that's story time.
Yep.
Thanks for your questions.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for sitting through this video, which was probably going to edit out to about an hour.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching.